Good morning, BNI. Namaste and a warm welcome to another exciting episode of the BNI Ideal Chapters podcast. Today, we are delighted to have with us a dynamic entrepreneur and digital marketing expert, Mr. Pankaj Maloo. In today's fast-changing business world, where visibility and branding play a crucial role in growth, digital marketing has become one of the most powerful tools for entrepreneurs and businesses alike. And guiding us through this fascinating space is someone who has been actively helping brands to grow their online presence and connect meaningfully with audiences. Known for his practical insights, innovative strategies, and deep understanding of the digital ecosystem, Pankaj Maloo has been making a strong impact in the world of digital marketing and business networking. Today, we'll be discussing branding, social media, content strategy, AI in marketing, and how businesses can thrive in this digital age. Please join me in warmly welcoming Mr. Pankaj Maloo today in our podcast. Hello, Pankaj Bhaiya. Welcome to the podcast.
Hey, hi Gaurav. Thank you. Thanks for having me.
Most welcome, Bhaiya. Most welcome. Thank you for taking out so much of time today on a Sunday afternoon and joining all of us and enlightening all of us on the Digital Marketing Podcast. Bhaiya, you have had
Pleasure.
a
It
career
is all,
spanning. Go ahead, Bhaiya.
and it's always pleasure to be with BNI friends and share whatever my experience has been in digital marketing for the last 25 years. So
Absolutely, absolutely. So you have a career spanning 25 years and you have seen the rise of the tech market, information technology globally. How did you jump from being a chartered accountant to someone being in tech? But before that, I want you to start your journey from your school days. I must ask you, which school were you from there, and tell us your journey from there.
well, my primary education happened in Avinav Bharati Bal Mandir, which is situated in Pretoria Street. Then I moved to Hindi High School. Currently, the name is Birla High School. So I was there till class 10. And then actually, transformation happened when I joined Sri Jain Vidyalaya in class 11 and 12. And that's where I actually found interest towards education, commerce, accounts, bookkeeping. And then, of course, from Bhawanipur College, moved, moved to be a chartered accountant. So that's my education journey.
Lovely, lovely, lovely. How did the switch now? That's the main point which I wanted to know. I'm very, very curious. You were into finance, started accountancy, which was a sprawling career, still is a sprawling career. How did you jump being an IT entrepreneur from there, Bia?
I think I was always attracted towards innovation, ideas, creativity. Even while I was pursuing my chartered accountancy, this branding, technology, and then internet was just coming in. So internet used to fascinate me a lot. And then I thought that the world is moving towards technology, and technology would be a game changer in business, in communication, and everything. So that curiosity really slowly evolved into I could not understand when it evolved into entrepreneurship, and I got into internet business, branding, and then eventually it was a journey from branding to digital marketing. Well, if you really ask me honestly, I would never say that I moved away from chartered accountancy. Rather, I would say I was simply attracted and moved towards innovation.
Wow, wow. And I think that is still the case.
Yeah, of course, yes, I would
We'll talk
agree.
about that later. But you started your internet entrepreneurship journey from a company called CatchCal.
Yes,
के
true
बारे
that.
में बताइए ना भैया थोड़ा सा. What was that company doing at that point in time? That was
Yes.
25 years ago, and how did it start?
Well, very, very nostalgic feeling, because those were days when it was more of an experimental days, very, very exciting. There was no startup ecosystem, no incubators, no influencers, and no podcasts like we're having now. But then yes, internet was coming into our life, and I thought of building something which is based on internet, and which I can take that early mover advantage, which I really got, which taught me about understanding customer behavior, technology habits. And it was more about serving information about Calcutta, catch cal. So it was about catching Calcutta on 14 inches. That was our tagline those days. So it was an information directory where every happening things, news, information directory, everything was brought onto that 14 inches screen by just on a mouse click. So that's what it really helped me shape my entrepreneur journey from Catskill days.
But yeah, back then, as you just mentioned, startups was not common, and you managed to raise 50 lakh of funding in the year 2000. That was a dot-com bust days, I think, Bhaiya. And then the rise started after all. But how did you manage to raise 50 lakh of funding, Bhaiya?
I think from my early days, I always used to believe that if you are convinced on something which is strong. So I always backed my conviction, whether it was experimenting with new ideas, new thing, and I never shied away from doing new things. And that was while I was pursuing my chartered accountancy. So those were days when when during the daytime I would be working towards focusing on catch cal, evening and night time would be chartered accountancy studies and all. But then yes, I was very very convinced about future on computers, and that's what we launched, and we were able to create an amazing buzz in Calcutta. Everybody who knew internet knew catchcal without
Wow.
having social media and these platforms. And then of course when things were growing, and I remember I went for a meeting for a brand to be advertising on catchcal. So they got an idea, and then instead of that advertisement of 25,000, it turned into a 50 lakh rupees funding for the platform. So
Wow. Wow. That is superb, Bhaiya. That is superb. It's still a sizable amount, and those days it was absolutely gold. So no doubt about
it was
that.
indeed, yes. I think it was more of that, sorry, it gave me that confidence that thinking ahead of time and conviction is strong, opportunities will really come back to you.
So after Catch Cal, what happened? I mean, did BNI happen after that, or did you get into your own business? Tell me about that
BNI,
also.
BNI, BNI happened much later, but then yes, after Catch Cal, I cleared my chartered accountancy. So Catch Cal was 99, 2000, and then I cleared my chartered accountancy in 2002. As I said, so I was into IT, cleared my chartered accountancy, and then thought of let me do something with what I have studied. So I did a job for 3 months at Microsec Capital. The founder is Mr. Madaari Mittal. I still and he's the founder and owner of the brand we all know, SastaSundar.com. So I worked under him for 3 months, and then I thought because I was already leading a team of 60-65 people, and then working under someone. Of course, there was a lot to learn, but then I could not manage myself there. And then I also did CA practice for a year, and
Wow,
then
wow,
I thought let me find my peace, and my peace was creativity, branding, innovation, technology. So in 2005, I got back full time, decided full time that this is what I need to do. I will be doing for my life.
wow, wow! What a journey so far, Bhaiya. You found your vision, you found your calling, and you pursued it, and that is the best part about being such a leading entrepreneur today in the city of Joy, Kolkata. Bhaiya, BNI कैसे हुआ? Everybody wants to know. The viewers are glued. How did you become the first member of BNI? And how did the entire thing shape up? Because 2005 we started, BNI came much, I think 7 years later or 8 years later.
2013 is when we
13,
launched BNI
yes.
in Kolkata. Uh, I think it is about just about first thing first, being at the right place at the right time. So Rahul Agarwal, the executive director of BNI, we used to stay in the same building, and that's one. So when he initially relocated to Mumbai and then came back to Calcutta with BNI, bringing BNI to Kolkata, and because we were same building, same staying in the same building, he mentioned about this, and then he just said that you have to join. So that's what friends are like. He said join. I said okay, fine. So I joined. But then to be very honest, my joining was not my reason for being the first member of BNI. because when those are formative days when we were understanding how structured networking would work, and then we were given task, and then with this task, there was 40-letter task. You have to bring name sheet, address, envelope with the address mentioned on it, and whosoever would do that task would be inducted as a BNI member. And that's how I was the only one in the room that completed the task when it was assigned.
Wow.
So that's how I was the first member inducted in BNI. And then then no looking back, because eventually we never understood. I never understood when this huge ecosystem became friends, life, and collaboration for life.
Absolutely. The rest is history, as everyone says. Here's a snapshot from where you were leading the chapter. You were the president of the
Yes.
BNI Ideal chapter, the first president of BNI Ideal chapter. And this is one of the snapshots from that meeting, I think, where you
No,
want
that
to
is the
comment
launch
on it?
meeting. This is the launch meeting. Yes, this is just immediately after the launch. As you see, all the members who were present at the launch. You see beside me, Alifia, Rahul Mata, Niri Patel, Rahul Agarwal. So that's Manoj is there. So he was the founding vice president along with me. Alifia was the lead visitor host, and member Shishir Shah. He was the secretary treasurer then.
Wow. Wow. What a nostalgia feeling there. You also became the international board of advisory of BNI. And this is a proud moment for all of us in Kolkata in BNI Ideal chapter and of course the other chapters as well. इसके बारे में कुछ बताइए ना भैया.
For this prestigious position, I would definitely thank one and only one, our executive director, Bimal Samar, because those were the days when I was part of the regional team and was into the core group of BNI strategy making in Calcutta. And then they were looking for somebody who can be part of this international board of advisors, who have that passion, that knack for BNI. And Bimal sir had recommended my name, and then we all went through an interview process and all, and then they found me, yes, that I would be a right candidate for that post, and that's how I got inducted into the International Board of Advisors of BNI, which works on policy making for BNI chapters globally.
Wow. Wow. That is something, a very, very big achievement for all of us, Bea. Congratulations once again for spearheading the International Board of Advisory for BNI. Amazing.
Thank you so much.
Yes, Bea. So, 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 so let's come back now from BNI to the basics of your business, which is digital marketing. So, what is making digital marketing so powerful in today's world? We have Facebook, we have Instagram, we have Google. So, what makes it so powerful that everybody wants to get a piece of it, Bea?
Right. So the basic principle of marketing is grabbing attention of your customers. Previously, it used to happen offline. There's a shift because we don't look for things offline now. We're more looking for things online. So you need to ensure that you, with digital marketing, it is so precise that you reach to your target audience. You can measure your results as compared to the physical marketing. I'm saying you can build credibility and scale much, much, much faster than the traditional marketing would ever allow. And that's why people thought this is an amazing way of marketing yourself, marketing your product. If you ask me, the real power is not about posting content. It is about posting content with the right strategy. And if your strategy is right, all these things you can achieve in very, very short span of time, within your budget, within your timelines.
Wow. At this point of time, there's a comment coming in. I just would like to take a break and just show the comments, and you can answer that also some
Sure.
questions. So Pragya Dugar says, super good.
Thank you.
Rashmi Runta adds, rocking as always. There's a question from Swati Bothra who says, is it a myth or a truth that digital marketing is not affordable?
It is a complete myth, because this is the most affordable, effective way of getting your brand product marketed across. I would just request Swati to be with us, because I would share more, because when we go into insight about digital marketing, I will give you detailed insight of and of how effective a digital marketing can be within your budget, affordable.
We can go into that a little later. Swatiji, please stay tuned, and so do other entrepreneurs who are logging in right now as we speak. So, what are the biggest mistakes businesses make online while doing digital marketing, Bia?
Well, there are few mistakes, but then I would say the biggest mistake for me would be random marketing, random posting. Without understanding your audience, just copying competitors. If you see that someone in your business, your brand has posted something, you start posting. Whatever is the trend, you start following that trend. But then you need to ensure whether your product is aligned with that trend. So no random posting. It has to be completely strategy driven, calendar driven, because digital marketing is all about building trust with your audience. It's about generating lead. It's about conversion. It's about business growth. That is what you need to strategize, because when you strategize your marketing, your results are phenomenal. Your growth is next level.
Wow, wow. I think that has put in the foundation for today's talk about digital marketing. That everybody can do it. It is affordable, and random posting should be avoided. It should be done with a strategy. So, what is more important today, Bia? Content quality or consistency of posting, according
Well,
to you?
both are important. I would not say one, but then if I have to choose one, then I would say consistency. You have to be very very consistent when it comes to market, because uh, if you are today and you are visible today, if you're not visible tomorrow, people have very short memory. So you have to be consistent with your content, because if you're out of mind, you're out of sight. So your ideal combination would be strategic, consistent communication with your audience.
Right. Absolutely. Completely true. So, what role does storytelling play in a brand successful marketing in terms of uh, posting on these random holidays which come in, or making a story about the product, or making a story along the founder? What is the role of storytelling play in a successful marketing strategy?
Storytelling for me is everything, because people may forget features, pricing, or maybe specification of your product, but they will remember that story which you shared, how it impacted on that particular event on that particular day. That people remember. So it is very very important to create story around your product, because when you create story, you are actually creating emotions, you're creating trust, you are sharing experiences, and people connect with it. So I think, very good question, because when your content is backed with the right story, people connect themselves with that product, and that is when they always remember what you are, what your product is, what your business is all about.
No, absolutely. Can you give us an example? Like I just say, I just want to just highlight that maybe Melody Chocolates was not doing so well for so many years. Suddenly, the Prime Minister first gifted the Italian Prime Minister a bag of Melody Chocolate. Can you give us an example, a similar
Well, well,
example?
Melody, because it is the most recent example everybody remembers. But let me go back to a bit past, and share one very important thing, and which is lab grown diamond. People
Okay.
were still contemplating whether to use lab grown diamond or not. They were like, no, these are not original, these are fake diamond. But when our honorable prime minister gifted that lab grown diamond, it became a fad. It became like, if high profile people like our prime minister is gifting the lab grown diamond, and this is the thing it is. And believe me, the industry has exploded with lab grown diamond after that small gifting by the prime minister.
Wow. Wow. That was an amazing example, Via. So tell me something. There are these metrics which you post. There's the metrics which people are after, like shares, comments. So
Hmm.
ये क्या important होता है? What metric should businesses actually focus on instead of these like shares, like vanity numbers?
See, we all need like, share, but I would say stop obsessing about it. You definitely you need followers, but you need quality followers. You need uh, serious followers. I would rather say that you should focus on your conversion rate. You should see vis-a-vis followers, what are the kind of inquiries you are able to generate, what are the conversion rate which are able to happen, what is your customer cost, what is the retention of customer, and that all burns out to result oriented approach rather than just making noise on internet, because your salaries would only be paid with business, not with noise.
True, very well said, Priya. I'll take a break again this time because loads of questions have come in and I want you to answer them. The first question is from Anokha Khajana. How can we reach more people online? How can we do that, Priya? Through
uh,
organic or through advertising primarily?
well, it completely depends on which stage of business you are, what kind of activities you've been doing. Because I would never suggest somebody to go online and start advertising. I will always suggest them to create content, create your trust, establish your brand, and then market yourself. So I would not say there is a set formula, but if you really ask about, then if you ask about the journey, first you have to create content which establish your trust. Once you are able to create that trust, once you are able to understand your audience, that is when you should start advertising, create campaigns, and then real business happen. Because organic, it has to be a combination of organic as well as paid, but then only stage wise, not randomly.
Mr. Khilen Shah says and asks you a question: how much budget should be earmarked for digital marketing? Is there a thumb rule for that? I think it depends on every business to business, right?
I know. Well, it completely varies from business to business. But what I would like to say is, you can start your digital marketing journey with as low as 5 to 10,000 rupees a month, to big campaigns which we are managing, which were spending like, 1.5 lakh rupees on a daily basis. So it completely depends on your ROI, what investments are you making, what is your cost of acquisition. Based on all these, you can step by step gradually increase your budget. But it has to be always step by step, measuring your ROI, measuring your customer acquisition cost, whether it is profitable, and if it is yes, then go to next stage, add more budget. That's how I would suggest.
So, Mr. Kiran Shah, I would like you to stay tuned to this podcast. Mr. Pankaj Maloo will be answering more such questions. Stay tuned and do ask more questions as and when it is necessary. So, there is a comment which is coming from Pragya Dugarji. According to you, what can get you serious followers in today's world through information or emotional connection?
First thing, valuable content. If when you share valuable content, you will always attract customer who are serious towards your content, and that is the best audience you would want. I have seen businesses who have, millions and millions of followers, who would just go and do random, maybe some act or a dance or a crack a joke or something like that. They would attract a lot of followers. When you go to their page, you would see a lot of followers there happening there. But then it's all about conversion, it's all about the metrics, it's all about ROI. So create content which add value to the audience, and that is the winning formula for creating right content strategy and attracting good emotional customers for yourself.
Absolutely. Value addition is the key to today's business and winning the digital marketing strategy. Absolutely. We are so nicely put. Vanu asked a question: what points to be kept in mind as mandatory while building a brand? Hmm.
So while building, first thing I would like to share, most of us get confused with branding and marketing. So when you talk about branding, it's always about long term approach. Once you're able to create brand, you will see business flowing in. You just have to recall your brand. So to create brand, I would say, understand, uh, create content which create trust, right positioning, understand your audience, and based on audience, once your audience start believing on your product and create and have that trust, they start referring. When they start referring, you actually are on a stage one of becoming a brand, and you need to keep consistently doing that, repeat, consistently doing that, repeat, and this consistency will help you become a brand in time to come.
Wow. Pragya thanks you for making so much sense, Beha. And she gives a testimonial for you also and adds that's so powerful. Pragya adds story stays. It leaves an imprint on the subconscious. That's the real impact of storytelling. And Beha, Mr. Alok Daya adds a testimonial for you. Love the product networking plus. It saved a lot of time for me to do real networking. And he's from BNI Exuberance, a SABI registered research analyst there. So
Thank you,
loads
Alok.
of words going out for your genuinity, your credit worthiness. That is amazing there. So having talked about, let's come back to our questions there. Let's come back to our discussion. Coming back to metrics, as you have said that uh, it really depends upon the story. So, what is one digital marketing myth you strongly disagree with?
I think we just discussed over the question. It's about, more followers and going viral means success. No, it does not. The success is always the return which you are able to make. The success is always about creating trust. If you have a sustainable roadmap for your growth of the brand, that's what your success of digital marketing is. Because a lot of people say that, I have so much of content which is viral, I have so many followers, but digital marketing don't work for me. It will not, and it will never, until you understand the vitality of digital marketing, positioning of a brand, and start generating output. When I say output, inquiries, leads, conversion, business.
Wow, you have it all on the fingertips there. If a small business has a limited budget, where should they start? And I have a follow up questions for that. Which platform currently gives the best organic reach and why? So you can just, you
Sure.
know,
So let me first take your first question. With a limited budget, what should they start with? Well, you should optimize your Google presence. That is the most important thing, because till today, when people are searching, the first thing which come to mind is Google. So you should have, definitely, when people are searching for your relatable content, you should be present, you should be searchable, you should be foundable. Uh, of course, building credibility for your brand. Focus on valuable content rather than random content. And as you know, I said, even before running ad, create that trust and always see what problem are you solving with what services or products you are offering. Focus on that, and that is when you build more. So when I say focus on that, start taking testimonials or Google reviews from your audience. Small exercise, but very very deep impact. So these are things which will not cost you anything, but will help you in your initial days journey.
wow.
And
Does yeah,
sorry, please go ahead.
does collecting Google reviews give you a higher Google ranking also?
Oh yes. So what happens is, so okay, when I say Google review, don't just go and outblast to your group that and then one day you get 200 reviews and then nothing. Google understand, and that's not what Google want to understand, that people are genuinely liking your product, genuinely giving you reviews. So the best is, whenever you are dealing with your customer, request them to please leave a review, and that's when Google understand that your products are definitely good. Google, to have their own credibility built in right direction, they understand their algorithm, their robots understand that, and start pushing you up on the search engine results.
Wow.
And then
Thank you.
taking the next question, when you said which platform, well, there is no universal platform. Let me tell you,
Okay.
if you have products which is about storytelling, then I would say Instagram. If your product is serious, it's about your authority building. In your case, like when you talk about, when we all know Gaurav Tekriwal, like Vedic math guru. So for you, the best content, the authority building would be LinkedIn. You should write articles, you should write blogs on LinkedIn, and then follow up can be a snapshot on Instagram, but then your main platform should be LinkedIn. If it's about building that trust where you need to give a lot of explanation, then I would say interviews on YouTube channels. WhatsApp communities are also good when you have like-minded people joining your community and create regularly post content. That's also this way. So I would say, rather than you asking yourself which platform is best, I would say which is the platform where you think your audience is, and that is your best platform for your business.
Thank you, Via, for that insight. I will take a note of that, a deep note of that. and I will come back to you on it. But Kanchan Shani from our BNI chapter asks you, which one should we choose? SEO, which is search engine optimization, or digital marketing?
Okay, Kanchan, digital marketing is a big basket of which SEO is one of the service. So I would say choose digital marketing, and then yes, SEO, social media, paid campaign. These are all part of the basket of digital marketing. But then yes, SEO is long term. SEO is SEO will only happen when Google have that trust. So it's when I said building your trust, SEO will become very very important for you.
Wow. Rajesh Singhal from a chapter from Cozina app asks you the same question again, that if you have a limited rupees 100 budget, where and how should I allocate this budget for maximizing ROI?
So if you have limited budget, then I would say very limited budget. Then I would say focus on content creation that can bring trust. People should understand, because first thing first is people should know what you are doing. So to know, it is all about communication. So communication on digital platform will happen through right content. So first spend on that content instead of taking help of paid campaigns or boosting. I would say go organic. The groups you are connected with, ask, share those content on that group. Once people find relevant content, they start commenting, engagement happens, and that is when the you know organically your uh, page or your brand or your product start growing.
Great, great, great. So, what is personal branding? That is one aspect of digital marketing, also. And how important is it in 2026? Does it still hold relevancy?
Well, it was important in 1976, it is important in 2026, it will be important in 2076. It's
Wow.
all about personal branding. People don't buy product, people buy people. And when I say people buy people, for example, if you are looking for a professional service like a chartered accountant, everybody on this earth who is a chartered accountant is providing services for taxation, audit, and the compliances. But when you go to somebody, you know that he's a trustable person. How do you know that he's a trustable person? Because he has been branded, rather offline or online, by that trust or brand. So if you're looking for a professional, especially people who are into services where an individual authority is very very important. So yes, you should definitely focus on creating your personal brand, because your credibility is always better than your products advertisements.
Where in Kolkata and world over, there are a lot of educational brands also. How can these guys and coaches market themselves authentically? I think it's a gray area for with personal branding. It's a subset of what you just said.
Yes, so as I said, for okay, so because we are having a very specific question towards educational brands or coaching, so I would say first thing first, educate genuinely. Very very important, that people should understand that they are getting value. When I enrolled my children to Vedic math classes, they came back, we could see the change which happened in their understanding of mathematics. That is very very important. That is one of the core reason why you've been able to grow. So what you're doing is right, as in, creating that genuinity into your education. So education imparting is very very important. And then always try to share experiences. When these kind of children who used to fear from maths and now doing good, if you share, I'm just taking your example, if you share their feedback, their parents feedback, so sharing experience will add a lot of value. So this will help you build trust gradually. So, well, audience today don't like something which is fake. Oh, 100% this people are more happy than 80%, 75% results, but results that count, results that matter, people understand, because in long term it is always the authenticity which wins.
Absolutely. Thanks so much, Bea, for that amazing insight, Bea. AI has taken over the world big time. How has it changed digital marketing?
Well, I think very very right question for the current time. It has changed the execution dramatically. Today you can create content using AI. You can do your all your analysis using AI, and they probably AI would do faster and better analysis than what we can do. You can do automation. You can understand the efficiency. But let me be very very honest. Strategy and creativity still remain with the human intelligence, and that is where the game is. AI will never be able to replace marketers because human intelligence will still prevail. What I think is AI will replace people who are not using AI. AI will never
Ah,
replace people who are using AI.
lovely, lovely, lovely. You want to suggest some tools which some people can use to enhance their DM or their marketing reach along with
Um,
your organization, Bea?
uh, I think when it let's talk about tools which will help people get more education rather than not making it as my organization but rather a tool for people to use. So first thing first, a most common tool which everyone should use is Chat GPT. Start with your free version. I would not say immediately take a subscription. Start with free version and get knack of using AI into your day-to-day life. It is the For example, if you're having a meeting with me and you explain all your problems, same thing, give all the inputs to the chat GPT engine, and it will start creating, throwing data. Claude has been amazing. Once you got a knack of chat GPT, go to Claude. Go Banana, if you're looking for digital content creation, Go Banana is an amazing platform, I would say. So there are many platforms, but first thing, small, as you know, it is always important to take baby steps rather than leaps and bounds. So people who have not started using AI, and trust me, AI is not about content writing. AI is much, much, much more bigger than that. Experiment with AI. Think AI as your friend rather your competitor, and it will help you grow much faster.
Superb, superb, yeah. So it's short form content like reels and these things which are coming in, helping attention spans or harming them. What is your personal opinion about that?
I think both. I think both, because
Hmm.
we should not only harm. Look at the harm. What they are creating. It is also creating advantage also. So because short term content is fantastic, people get glued to it. You start by watching one or two content which is related to you, and then AI understand that these are kind of content you like and start throwing content. You never know how you spend that 1 hour browsing the content.
True,
So it
true.
is good because it creates engagement. The attention span of people is getting less day by day. So short term content is good to create engagement and reach. But business should also think that they should have content, elaborated content as well, where you can share deep insight, where you can create meaningful content which people can connect and relate with, which will help you build your trust. Because you know uh, on short content you can create engagement, on a deep content you can create conversion. So both are important. There are positive side to it and negative side to it as well. We need to see what is best for us. So have a mix. When it is about your brand, have a mix of creating short, but make sure you have detailed ones as well.
Makes sense. Makes a lot of sense, Bea. Pragya Dugar just loves the insight, just coming in strategy and creativity. That human herself still creates the deepest connection where she loves this perspective. So thank you, Pragya ji, for this perspective of yours and sharing it with us. She also has a question. In today's world, how much is it relevant to rely only on organic marketing to find your ideal prospects and eventually convert them into a client? So
uh,
organic marketing versus digital marketing is what she's basically trying to ask.
right. I would, as I said in my above question, I would rather, I believe that it has to be a mix of both organic and paid marketing. Because organic marketing can build trust, but to create reach, to reach out to new people, new audience, new engagement, you need to invest into paid marketing as well. The benefit of moving from organic to paid is that your page already have that trust built for your audience. So when the new audience are coming in, they will be glued to the right content rather than bounce back. That is why I always say start your journey organic, grow with paid campaigns.
But the talk is our podcast is resonating with viewers everywhere. And there's a comment we just come in. It's a repeat question, but I think I have to put it in because a lot of these MSMEs, small business owners, who have kind of are very skeptical about digital marketing because of the budget size. They feel they can be sucked in. So Abhishek Grover, our ex-Ideal member, asks, "What's a good monthly budget? A monthly average budget for a mid-sized organization to allocate for its marketing, and that
Uh,
would get you results also."
right. So there's one question which I would just like to answer, which will connect with this. My journey started with only working with international clients. And that is when digital marketing was growing in India. And right, like there were agencies who would charge a bomb. There were freelancers who were not reliable. And that's when I launched Design Madaari, giving effective, affordable digital marketing solution so that it do not pinch your pocket, and it is like on a very how would I say, uh, on an easy side, that it's like a cocaine. Once you taste it and you understand that how high it can take, you would be addicted to it. And that is how digital marketing is. Start with small budget, but once you understand the business growth, it has potential, then definitely you will invest more. Coming back to the direct question, I would say for a brand it is never a monthly budget. Never do a mistake of creating a monthly budget. Create a bouquet or a budget for 6 months to 1 year. If somebody approaches me, I always say that okay, and after understanding the brand, depending on what their brand and what they want to reach, what goal they are looking for, I would say keep a budget of 6 lakh rupees for 1 year. So it will be used gradually, as I said, but you have to come with a mindset of this for 1 year rather than monthly budget, because it is not an overnighter which will happen overnight. You have to, as I said, you have to create trust, build audience, and then create campaigns. So slowly, gradually, you will go to that peak and then maintain that peak. So climbing up, peak time will very high expenses, and then maintaining that uh, audience, that campaigns.
Yeah, why don't you give an example of a mid-sized company? Say they approach you, 6 lakhs of budget is given to you, and how would you guide them, hold their hand for the next 6 months to 1 year? क्या
Sure.
क्या होगा? Just walk them through the entire process. I think that is what main audience is also
So,
looking for.
so let's take a classic example and let's keep the budget at 6 lakh rupees for 1 year. So first 3 months, it is all about creating content which is relatable, which is genuine, which will build trust. So very subtle, organic content posting on social media channel. So I would say which with a very minuscule budget of 10 to 15,000 rupees a month. For first 3 months, we will only do that, which will help you build trust, a traffic uh, which is relatable, which can relate with that content. Once we are able to do that, this is the activity which we call a warm-up activity. We do the right audience research, positioning, brand, understand your brand, create content pillars. Then next, what we will do is, that is when we will start building authority campaigns, building campaigns which will reach to more people, but with a very small budget, so that we understand who is your right audience, which audience is getting conversion, which audience is giving you business. Once we are able to do that, create that funnel for you, that is when we multiply. So from 10 to 15,000 rupees a month, we go to 30,000 rupees a month for next 3 months. Then we actually spend maybe a lakh rupees, 50,000 to lakh rupees for next 3 months, because now we know your audience, we know the conversion, we know the ROI, we know the cost of acquisition for a customer. It should make sense to your mathematics, and if it is making sense to your mathematics, continue with that budget, or maybe increase slowly more. But then it has to be, as I said, approach from 10 to 15,000 rupees to that 50,000 rupees to 1 lakh rupees a month journey, which will give you business, uh, customers, growth.
Wow. Wow. So I think that is made a benchmark for everybody who's tuned in. from 6 lakh rupees onwards, or little bit around that time, you can start your digital marketing journey. So where a lot of testimonials have come in for you, as I shared already. Sangeeta Shah says it's a superb conversation. And Vikas Golcha says Pankaj is a finance in the industry. His behavior is above everything, which gives him repeat business. A Thalaiva in the industry, we love it. So that's an amazing testimonial which has come in from you. And
And,
Vineet
and
Baradia
let
has.
me and let me tell the audience that Vikas is again industry. He's also into the same industry. He has the industry expertise, and this is what a true givers gain philosophy work. That he being in the same industry, he's talking about how my testimonial about myself. Thank you so much, Vikas. Means a lot.
Super. That's the power of collaboration at BNI. Vineet Banadia says Google review really works wonders. And Kanchan Chakhani, thanks you for the insight there. So this is set. But apart from digital marketing, that has been your forte, that has been the core business. You have contributed a lot to society via through tree plantation, blood donation drives. What drives you to do these activities? How do these come in into your forte?
Well, I think in BNI also we follow that one line which is such a strong pillar of BNI: givers gain. What you give come back to you. So it is not always about taking, it's also about giving back. And that's where everything, whatever small I've been able to do, started from that thought of giving back. On a daily basis, we are consuming so much from Mother Nature. It's time to give back. We are like a tenant on this planet till we live, but we have to leave a legacy for next generation to come. The thought provoking time was Amphan, when Calcutta lost 30% of its green cover. Next day itself, I live in Southern Avenue. I actually took a walk, and to be very honest, I actually sat and cried that looking at the devastation which happened in Southern Avenue, because Southern Avenue is one of a green pocket. And that's when we started replanting these trees which were uprooted during Amphan. And then soon we realized that we will not be able to replant trees to make up the green cover. And then we got into regular tree plantation drives. So it's been 6 years, and we I think over the 6 periods, with a group which was formed with me, Ajay Mittal, Vijay Agarwal, and now ably joined by Shushil Oswal. So we keep on doing these activity. I think over 2 lakh trees have been planted for last 6 years in and around Calcutta. Uh, Regarding blood donation, I think this is one of the thing which can only human can do. After so much innovation which has happened across the globe, blood is the only thing which only a human can deliver. It helps you stay fit. It helps you save so many lives. You are not God, but to people in need for blood, you are more than God. So we just
Wow.
in our group we say that कभी किसी के रगों में दौड़ के देखो. When you donate your blood, you are actually running into that other person's nervous system. So कभी किसी के रगों में दौड़ के देखो, अच्छा लगता है. It is my humble, huge, hand-folded appeal to each one of you to donate blood and plant trees. So give me red and sow green.
Absolutely, we are so aptly said. You touched our hearts with that statement. भैया कभी किसी के रग में दौड़ कर तो देखो, अच्छा लगता है. So I would request all the viewers at this point of time to please go ahead and try to join the cause of Pankaj Maloo bhaiya in blood donations. He organizes regular tree plantation drives. So please join him in that endeavor and join him in his vision as well. Where there's a lot of um testimonials and validations for your app coming in, especially the Networking Plus app. I would really like to add that it has come in. So Shruti Sharma says, I really like the networking app, so useful in real life. Where you want to talk to us about that a little bit?
This is the experience which came from networking. We're meeting so many people. We're exchanging business cards, and every business card is a potential business contact. But then, what practically what happens is, from that meeting, we come back, take that business card from our pocket, it goes to the drawer. From a drawer, Diwali ke safai mein, it's gone. And when you need that card, you are never able to find that card. And that's when I thought, if I can create something which can be a business contact information center, and that's how AI has helped. So it's just a very simple tool which works on WhatsApp. You just click a photo of that business card, the AI extract all the contact details, create a contact card, help you add tags and notes to that contact card, set
Wow.
reminders, and all the data are saved on your Google sheet. So your data is with you on a Google sheet, so searchable. Just search, find the right contact. Because many times, for example, I might not remember Gaurav Tekriwal, but I would remember mathematics, Vedic math. So those tags, we can search with those tags. So it's a very handy tool, works on an annual subscription. If you really ask me, everyone who believes in networking should have this app on their phone.
Where can they find it, Bear? Where can
Uh,
they contact you
networking,
for it?
networkingplus.ai. It is live there. It's simple, one click app, and just go and start using this app.
So anybody, guys, I just want to give a shout out to anybody who wants to avail the Networking Plus app, including Manisha ji, who just put in a comment. Go to networkingplus.ai, subscribe to it, and it's fascinating. I have used it myself, and it just takes few seconds for the Networking Plus app to scan the visiting card and get to you. So anybody can use the Networking Plus app. Simple subscription formula. Anybody can use it, and best networking tool there ever. Where
Thank
there's
you.
a where there's a testimonial again which has come up for you from Vinit Bararia. Pankaj Maloo has done an excellent job in creating professional and impactful creative for our social media. He's giving a testimonial live for you. He designs clearly understand our brand vision and help us present Holo Code in a more premium and attractive way.
Thank you, Vinit Bhaiya.
This is superb testimonial coming in and about your plantation drive noble thought and noble deed. Please keep it up. So that's fascinating, Bea. Bea, my last question to you after this amazing, amazing discussion which we have had. You have shared so many insights and your inspiration to live up to. What is the one message you would like to give every entrepreneur and creator listening today to remember?
So one message, okay. Well, I strongly believe that success should only not only be financial; it should be overall success. Things which would impact life. So don't just chase visibility alone. Build trust, build value, create right strategy. Because sustainable growth never comes from shortcut. You can have one time or two time one once in a life, but then it always comes with strategy. Always remember, because as I say, digital presence is common, but digital performance is rare, and it can only come with right value, right strategy, right content. No shortcuts, long term approach, and you can definitely create a brand which the world will seek for. Just go for it.
Wow. Wow. That's such moving words, Bea. Thank you so much for it. I'll leave you with a comment from Shruti Sharma on the Networking Plus. She's a new member, so meeting and networking so much. This app has helped me so much in your business and easy to connect to people we meet. Also, we don't take the cards or saving paper too. So we are again the Networking Plus app is saving paper, so it's again good for the environment and the printing cost saved too.
I must tell that Shruti has been promoting networking app to whichever network she goes. Whenever she is at a networking meet, I get few referrals and few calls that I've been on that app. So thank you so much, Shruti ji.
Wow. Wow. God, I think that's a great vision. And we have the last comment from Kaushik Das. It has a lot to grow up. It's a great conversation. Thanks, Pankaj and Gauri. Thank you, Kaushik ji, for that amazing feedback. Oh, still more comments. Always made us proud. Always thought I had time, brought new ideas. So much blessings to you, Bea. This has been an amazing, amazing podcast. People are loving it. It just killed the kind of networking which we have had. So, thank you so much, Bea, for this amazing podcast and giving her time on the Sunday afternoon.
Thank
Very
you, Gaurav. I would like to thank you from the core of my heart. Thank each and everyone who's spared their time and are present on this podcast, for their support, for their love, for the testimonials, for the questions, because it is your question which help other people understand more about digital marketing. Business growth is very very important, but giving back to the society is equally important, because when you give back to Mother Nature, when you give back to the society, it comes back to you into multi folds. So always remember, it is a universal rule. When you give back, it comes back to you in it multiplies and comes back to you. So I one of these two lines before I close down, that अपनी और अपनों की जरूरत तो सब पूरी करते हैं, अपनी और अपनों की जरूरत तो सब पूरी करते हैं, कभी किसी गैर के भी काम आ जाओ, बस ऐसी जिंदगी चाहिए. To work for somebody, bring happiness, bring smile on somebody who you don't know, and then world would be beautiful again.
amazing podcast, Bea. Amazing feelings. I'm having goosebumps all over me right now, and I'm sure the viewers as well. Thank you, Bea, so much for this amazing podcast. As Kanchan also adds up. And
Thank you so much.
thank you.
Thank you everyone. Thank you. Namaste.
So we'll return with another amazing podcast next to next week. Thank you. Please do like, share, and comment if you liked and loved this podcast with Pankaj Maloo Bea. And to read Design Madari for your digital marketing needs, please dial in Pankaj Malu. His number has been given below. It's 98312 69668. His website is on Google available. Just look him up on Design Madari, and I'm sure, 100% that you'll be satisfied with his amazing services. And it will add a long lasting impact on your turnover, on your business growth, and in your business. Thank you so very much. This is Gaurav Tekriwal signing off. Good morning, BNI. Have a great day ahead. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Gaurav. Thank you, and thanks to the leadership team for taking this initiative of this podcast. Thank you so much, Dr. Kanchan, Shivani, and Anindula.
Thank you, guys. Bye
Thank you.
bye. Have a nice day. Namaste.